Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not-so-mean fluff mess supreme, Big Johnny D, back in the saddle. Sorry I had to take a little hiatus, but I was on a family vacation. But I'm back and happy to be here. But of course, I'm not here alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Starting it off with that Chad Daddy, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Killing Machine, the Meat Mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Hi, people.
And the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scubacaro, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, baby?
Today is April 10th, 2023, and well, we're continuing our potentially year-long tradition of tackling the Friday the 13th series. And today, we are tackling none other than Friday the 13th, Part 4, the not-so-final chapter. But before we discuss this fantastic film, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did in the past week. So, Steve, if you could.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life!
Beautiful.
Thank you, buddy.
That was, I felt that in my nuts.
Ooh, wow, deep. Chad Daddy, how the hell have you been, brother?
Not too bad. Unfortunately, I also wasn't here last week because of technical difficulties. Last Saturday, we had a real bad windstorm whip through our area, and we were without power for a full 24 hours. So that affected everything else, and they had to work on our lines. So I didn't have internet for a good 4 hours or so on Monday night, which included, of course, the majority of this broadcast. And we didn't get the internet back until like 9 o'clock that night, so I had no hope of being on here. But I did follow along as best as I could. You know, I tried watching on my phone, but we don't have the greatest phone signal here. But these two guys, you guys did an amazing job without us. I'm very proud of you. So round of applause for you guys. You guys did great. And I tried to join in on the chat whenever I could. But like I said, I got to see the majority of it. You guys did great. Aside from that, not much. I did last week, for the first time, watch Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, nice.
And
I fucking loved it.
Phoebe Cates.
Fun movie, dude.
I tell you what, Phoebe Cates, but I kind of like Jennifer Jason Leigh a little better.
Understandable.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair.
She was really cute. But and I laughed my ass off, and I had a feeling I was going to love it as soon as it started, and it opened up in a fucking mall. Like, this is probably the most 80s movie I've ever seen, and I loved it every second of it. So that's definitely going to be up there in my regular rotation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah. Aside from that, Easter was yesterday. The kids had a good Easter. They got their Easter baskets from the Easter Bunny. And then we went to my wife's grandmother's for Easter dinner. And there's always a nice gathering there. So we had a really good time with her family. A lot of laughs were shared. Had a pretty decent time.
Good.
Aside from that, not much has been going on. Started playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is fun as shit. And dude, I was really getting into it, and then they brought the fucking narrator on to narrate, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. Like the old school narrator, everything. It has the old...
I don't know why I never tried that one.
I read the reviews, and they were kind of a mixed bag, so I'm glad I didn't go listen to the reviews, and I tried it.
I'm really enjoying it. You know what it was, dude? I think I still wasn't even tired of Fighter Z by any means. So when that came out, I was like, I'm good.
This is a very simplified fighting engine, so it's easy to get into.
Word. Is it a fighter or more of an action game, would you say? Like an actual story?
It's a good combination of both, actually.
Yeah.
So more like Budokai 3, probably? Not Tenkaichi, but like OG Budokai.
I'd have to go back and replay that. It's been a really long time since I played.
Because that's where it kind of went like a little open world, but it had way more of a evolved story to it. And shit.
I mean, this is open world, so yeah, I'd say it's probably like that. It's really fun. So if you haven't yet, give it a try.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But aside from that, not much else has been going on. Bobby, how about you, buddy?
What did I do? So this weekend, I basically spent time with family and my girlfriend. Friday night, I made her and my whole family dinner. Saturday, we went and visited my grandma a little bit, and then we went to the mall in Livingston, and they had there's a big collectibles store there, and I spent a lot of money in my head, but I did not physically spend the money because, well, it's just not the right time.
That's fair.
I would have walked away spending about $1,000 if I had the money. But that's not happening. So and then that's it. We chilled out for the night, me and her, and then we had Easter at my house, so we had family here. My girlfriend was here for majority of the day, and we all hung out, talking, laughing, farting, having a good time like normal.
Ooh.
Yep, exactly. Had to throw that in there. And we had a feast. We had chicken parm, we had sausage, we had meatballs, we had spaghetti, we had 2 hams, noodles, macaroni salad, and then we had a Italian cream cake for breakfast, dessert.
I have no idea what that is.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me what Italian cream cake is, because is it like a Boston cream? But
I know what an Italian cream pie is.
I do too. No, it's basically how the cream is made. I forget how my aunt does it, but it's so it's thick and creamy. But oh my god,
she said,
see what I did there?
Thank you.
Is it a vanilla? Is it what kind of what's the cake?
The cake is like a mix of cake.
Super fat. I just need
no. It's okay. So it's like a mixture of like.
Want to know?
No, it's a mixture of like legit cake and mixed nuts. It's literally made together, and it blends so well with
Jordan
Harvey
and buddy.
Cream. It's so good. What's up, Jordan? It's the 4 of us would polish it off and
we'd polish
sounds delicious, dude.
Italian cream real fast.
Fucking A, dude.
Dude, I got a tiramisu at Sam's Club on Friday, and it's almost gone already. So
damn,
tiramisu is when it's done right. Yeah, can't go wrong. And then that was it. Chilled out. Watched this wonderful movie that we're going to talk about. See, it's on my shirt. Oh, wrong 4.
That's it. Take the shirt off.
Yeah, take it off.
And the pants.
Yeah.
And the pants.
Oh, sorry.
It all is true.
But that's about all I did. So what did you do, Mr. Steven?
Well, let's see. What did I do? Well, okay. So I'm going to start off by saying the other day I went to bed and I was like, you know what? I think I'm done doing my podcast, Somewhat Supernatural. I was like, I just really don't have any motivation for it. I wake up the next day to a pretty awesome fucking message in the chat with TJ saying that my podcast was charting in Japan. So it gave me like this whole new, it like lit the fire under my ass again. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an episode of Somewhat Supernatural. So I threw out an episode again. Just because I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I never thought that my little podcast would even fucking make it to the charts. There's hundreds of thousands of fucking supernatural podcasts out there. So it was really cool to know that, that it was charting in Japan. Granted, it was at, what was it, like 208 or some shit, but hey, it was still on there. So
it's still charting.
Yeah. So
that's still cool.
Yeah. So I did an episode of Somewhat Supernatural. Had Ben from Recycled Corn and my buddy Joe from Dark Side Paranormal on there. And then I worked all weekend, didn't really do anything cool. I did have a 4-day four-day weekend, which was great. And then yesterday I was supposed to get up super early to smoke a brisket. Never done it before, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to get up and do that.
No.
I did not do that because Koopa Steve took over on Saturday and was like, it's party time. Woo! So then when Steven woke up at 12 o'clock on Sunday, I was like, well, there goes smoking that brisket at 5 o'clock in the morning. But what I did was I ended up putting it on the pit for a little bit, letting it smoke for, while I cooked all the other food that I made. And then what I did, I grabbed, because it was just a little brisket. It wasn't a big one. I grabbed it and I put it in my Instant Pot. Added a little bit of beef broth in there. Set it for an hour. It was fucking perfect. Like the smoky flavor was like even more infused because of the pressure cooking. Like it was cheating, but it still came out.
It was cheating.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So, but I just made a whole feast yesterday, man. I bought way too much damn food. I cooked way too much food for the 5 people that were here.
Yeah.
My grandma eats like a mouse. So I felt so bad when she was like, I just want a little bit of everything. And her plate was completely covered in food.
Yeah.
Yesterday was also the first year, and it kind of broke my heart, was the first year that my kids did not get Easter baskets or do an Easter egg hunt because they're too big and they're too cool for that.
No.
So what I did was I went and I bought them little tin containers, and I bought them all a shirt that was something that they liked. So I got my son a Spider-Man shirt with a fucking couple of like Kinder eggs or whatever, threw them in there. Got my daughter a Hellfire Club t-shirt from Stranger Things. And then the daughter-in-law, I got her a Lilo and Stitch shirt that has Stitch on it that says I'm tired or not today or some shit like that.
Nice.
Because she's always in bed doing nothing. So that's why I got her that shirt. And then I bought myself also a Hellfire Club shirt. Yeah, there you go.
That's Steve's meat, by the way.
That is
For
my-
anybody-
Steve's Meat Mountain.
Oh, that's a lot of meat.
That is a lot of meat right there. Yeah, and it came out really good. Like I there's times when I barbecue and it doesn't come out that great. And then this time, like I cooked everything from the right. The only thing I did not cook was the beans. My grandma made beans, so I let her do that. But then when they got here, I added all my own shit to it just to make it a little bit more mine. So I added some salted pork. I added some bacon to the beans, and then this was the first time ever in my entire 41 years of being on this planet that I made the Mexican rice to perfection. It's either always too mushy or there's still crunchy bits in it. I always fuck it up. And this
is that where you sear? Is that where you kind of like sear the rice first before you then
Yes.
like? Add,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you fry the rice first, brown it up, and then you add everything else to it. But I always fuck it up, no matter.
I want to try doing it. I've never tried it, dude.
Bro. No matter how many times I've tried it, I always fuck it up. This time, once it started boiling, I set it. I set it to low. Walked away for 15 minutes. Turned it off. Didn't take the lid off for another 10 minutes. Opened it up, and it was fucking perfection. So I did good yesterday. My grandma was like, "This is the best barbecue you've ever done." So getting her praise was like, yeah. And my daughter too was like, "Dad, this rice is amazing." She never gives me compliments on food because she's just so used to me cooking all the time.
Nice.
So, yeah, so that was it. And then Mel did her homework yesterday, and while she was doing her homework, I was watching this awesome movie. I did watch it 3 times, 3 different ways.
Damn.
Because I love this movie so much. I have it on, different formats. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to watch it this way. And then I'm going to watch it this way. And then, 2 hours before we started the show, I'm going to watch it this way. So we'll talk about that when we say how we watch this film. That's it for me. Big Johnny D, tell us about your amazing. What?
Before I something I forgot to mention, and this kind of makes me feel a little sad because I'm getting old. In a little less than 48 hours, I will have a teenager.
Oh,
shit.
Chloe is 13 on the 12th, so
happy early birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah,
It's all down here after this. This is the time where you become the enemy. No matter what you do.
I already am.
It gets a lot worse. It gets a lot worse. Just now, my daughter will be 18 in November. And just now, she's starting to come back to being my best friend as opposed to dad's the enemy. So there's going to be a gap there. And I'm telling you from parental experience, those of you that have daughters, you guys, the ages of 13 to about 17 suck ass. They do. And it's not hell, it may just be my kid, but
no,
what I've seen, it gets
growing up. My sister was a
enemy.
bitch then, so I can.
Yeah, you're the enemy, regardless of what you do, regardless of what you say. Even if you try to be motivational to them, they're gonna fucking take it as you talking shit. You just gotta fucking deal with it, and they'll come back. Just know they will.
Dude, just the other day, I offered to help her with her science homework because her science grade went down from she used to get straight A's, and now it's down to a very high C.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if there's anything you need help with, I know science. I love science. I can help you out. And I just get the death stare. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. So
That's
Sam will
funny.
text me. She's like, because she knows I love to write. So she's like, I need an essay on this subject, or I need a paragraph on this. She'll send me a screenshot and I text her what she should write. And I'm like, change it up. She wrote a fucking essay one time she's like, oh, I need to know about our family's history. So I sent her this
An essay on essays.
Yeah. So I said, nice. I sent her this long ass message about where my great grandparents came from, and like this really awesome story about, my great grandmother and how her family wanted her killed because she fell in love with one of the workers who was Hispanic, and that was a huge no-no because she was white and the family came for money. So they were gonna fucking have both of them killed. And they ran from Mississippi, I think it was, to Texas to hide from her family. So I wrote her this long. She turned in what I wrote word for fucking word and got an A+ on it.
Nice.
And I was like, Samara, you weren't supposed to just copy and paste what I said. Like, I was just giving you like the history. She's like, nah, it was good. You got an A+, Dad. Thank you.
You got A+.
Bro, you went way too hard on that, man. Like, you had to give her like just little tidbits.
Yeah.
I just want
paragraph.
I just want to throw out that both Steve's and Mel's lives are like movies, and my life is boring as fuck. Like, Steve's got this great family history. She escaped Iran. I'm sitting here living in the middle of Pennsylvania doing nothing.
It's all about how you look at it, Chad Daddy. I'm sure there's some cool shit there. You just got to dig.
I'd have to really dig. It's hard to It's hard to dig up my family history, though.
Yeah. And I'm all about his history, like especially family history. Like I feel bad for my cousins when my grandma dies because they don't know shit about our family history. I sit there and I listen to my grandma tell the stories. I can go to the cemetery where, 90% of our family is buried and tell you exactly where everybody's tombstone is, this and that, where this great uncle's buried, or anything having to do with that. Every little piece that she has in her china cabinet, every little knickknack that she has in there, I can tell you where this silver plate came from, who gave it to her, why she got it. Like I know all of this shit. My cousins don't know a goddamn thing, and they had way longer time with her before I was ever born, and they didn't learn none of that shit. But I love history. I love finding out where I came from and what it took for the past generations to create this abomination. You know what I mean? Like, that's why when I did my ancestry, I was blown away because I was like, holy shit, like, you're telling me that all of the whole fucking bloodline started back at this point, and now it's way the fuck over here with this? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
That's when you see the past avatars just looking back at you here, like,
and they're just like, bro? They're just looking at me like, you are fucking weird.
Be proud to be weird.
All right. But like I said, I'm done. John, tell us about your amazing time at Disney.
All right, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I was at Disney from Friday to Friday, and it was fantastic, dude. We still didn't even we hit probably 95% of everything we wanted to hit. There was a couple that we just missed out. Space Mountain just couldn't get into, just so many people. And I didn't get to try out the test track either. But
I didn't get to do it, bastard.
Hey. Hey. So, but what I did do is I spent way too much money at fucking Galaxy's Edge. So, like, the first thing I'll show is this sweet little dude who I haven't personally named yet, but yeah, it's fucking awesome. Say hello to Gore N More.
I fucking love it. Oh my god.
All right, thank you. So what's cool is I'm assuming this might be the chopper thing. I actually bought they have different module chips that'll give them different personalities. So this is the one I just was like, ooh, I like orange, and that's the head I wanted. So yeah. Otherwise, if you just take that out, it's like normal. Just like normal R2 sounds, but very basic.
Nice.
And then you could also buy different accessories, or you can just get the normal panels like it just comes with. So I bought blasters. It comes with jetpacks, or you can get other accessories too, like the little grapple hook and shit. Once again, way too much money. And then I bought the backpack, so you can wear them around and you can look out your backpack. Plus, it's a sweet backpack. And then right after that, I built this motherfucker here that weighs a nice solid 10 pounds. Yeah, that's fair. So this is
Speaking of cunts, Joe's here, everyone.
Hey!
No, I'm kidding, Joe. Love you, buddy. And Emily's with him, so it's up, Emily.
Hey,
It's
hello,
okay if you're not,
hello.
but okay.
The full 13 gallows crew. Hey, look at this. All right. But yeah, so I went with defense and protection, which I personally like the it feels very like royal to me or something like this. Like this feels like this should
regal.
be.
It looks very regal.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just like, all right, man, this would be like an Excalibur of lightsabers, dude.
It's very Old Republic.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
And we're talking like old like Revan era.
Yes.
And like I said, dude, this thing's heavy, but this one's the cool Savi's one. So I, of course, Kate got the Samuel L. Jackson color right off the bat. And then, because you can, I went up and picked out more fucking crystals. So I got a nice little handful here. And I've been playing with it like pretty much every day, at least twice a day.
I liked the video that you sent us of you guys like building and activating your lightsabers, because it seemed like it was an equal mix of Sith and purple with a couple blues thrown in there.
Bro, there was everybody, like most of the people in there went Sith style. One dude next to me went the nature, or whatever the fuck it is, and a couple people went the style I did. Nobody went the order and protection like.
Oh,
Lance is here.
Lance!
Oh,
Lance!
Yeah.
Well,
Hi, Lance!
Well.
Oh,
Hi,
boy.
Lance.
Welcome,
I was
everybody.
just talking about you 2 episodes ago.
I was going to say 2 episodes ago.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Lance the other day. I got something coming from him.
Shut the hell up,
There you
Bobby.
And then, so besides building that was day 1 at Hollywood, dude. And on top of this, man, like we rode every like big ride of each park that we try to get into, because we got the fast pass, but there's always one premium ride, dude, that you actually got to pay a little bit extra on top of the fast pass for. So those like Rise of Resistance, the Avatar ride, what else was it? Guardians. Oh my god, dude, Guardians was fucking awesome. I did not know Guardians was a full roller coaster. It's an indoor roller coaster with like full immersive TVs all around, dude, and you're on your own little Guardians 5-minute fucking mini short, dude. It's awesome. But anyways, going back to that. So the second night we went to Hollywood Studios, I got a second lightsaber. And so dude, so the daughter got 3 lightsabers, the wife got 2, and I got 2. But I got
Steve, throw it up there again.
What's that?
Hold on.
Oh, the cunts. Sorry. But yo, man. I mean, listen, dude. Say what you. I know my one buddy didn't like this thing, but I love this style because I feel like you don't even need the blade out for this to just be nasty.
No, you
You
don't.
got this club ass end here, and then, dude, like this is a straight up jaw. Like, you know what I mean, dude? Like, you get violent. But I am. Hey, whatever. I don't care. I'll accept it.
I wonder how hard it'd be, like if you flew, how hard it'd be to take those back through airport security.
So Disney will has a whole, like, they'll ship stuff for you. So
How much?
anything, I probably not, but at least they give you the ability, so you don't have to try to get it on the fucking plane.
All you got to do is buy a big duffel bag like I did when I was.
That's what I was. I
Yeah.
brought up Steve's story. Actually, I was like, Steve just had to go to Burlington Coat Factory and get a cheap ass.
Well, Emily, there's lots of love for you. We love
Yes,
you
there
guys.
is love
We
for
love
all
all
of
you
you.
guys.
It's just that
Yeah.
Lance, he's barely on here. We had to say hi. So, we
Yeah, but
love
Emily's
you.
never on here.
Emily's never.
Well, yes,
fucking
that's
on
true.
here,
Emily's
dude.
never-
Welcome, Emily.
Yes, welcome.
Hello.
But yes,
Okay.
so I spent
Hello
way
there.
too much money, dude.
That's
these
fucking
crystals.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
These fucking crystals are $19 a crystal.
Holy
Jesus
shit! I didn't know
Christ.
they were that expensive.
Holy shit.
You don't care. Disney.
So you dropped an extra $100 just on
So-
the crystals.
Here's the thing: you can 3D print those.
Settle down. Probably. I know. Actually, a buddy Bijan actually says he might have a couple extra ones that he's gonna look to see if he'll just send me. And I was like, that's cool, because I've seen these things on Etsy where you can actually, like, it's got a stand to hold your hill, and then but the stand will light up all the crystals on it. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, I want that. But no, man, it was fantastic. I don't want to go into any rides because it'll take too long, blah blah blah. But top 3 for sure: Rise of the Resistance, Avatar, and Guardians. Now, honorable mentions, because they're always still favorites, are Haunted House of Court or Haunted Mansion and Tower of Terror. But you know what I mean? Like, I had to count rides that I haven't ridden yet. So,
and Jungle Cruise, because you love the dad jokes.
Oh my God, dude. Jungle Cruise was such a fantastic start. And like, I'm sure that's how all the people are set to do it, because like, they realize, man, Jungle Cruise is like from the fucking 60s, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's like they have a real fucking safari, dude. You know what I mean? So like, what the fuck is Jungle Cruise? So the fact that everything is just completely, so like, case in point, like, you're going up, and he's like, this is a once in a lifetime, like blah blah blah. He's like, you'll never see these ever again. He's like, just look at the amazement as you turn around, and there's like another one. He's like, okay, twice in a lifetime. This is. I'm like, yes, dude, I fucking love this shit. Just stupid ass, like, just dumb humor. And the kid did it perfectly deadpan, so like, I was all for it. Snow White Mine Train, dude, fantastic. Everybody's singing along the whole fucking way. I finally got to do Pirates of the Caribbean. That was cool as shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was Disney sucks you in, dude. Like I said, you could go in being like, I'm not gonna spend any money, and then like something's gonna pull you in. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna spend money. And it was Star Wars, dude. The Star Wars was like so insanely, like, just everything was perfectly it. You know what I mean? Like, it's essentially their Hogwarts, I'm assuming, for Universal. I didn't see Mando or Boba Fett, but I did run into Stormtroopers a few times, which is cool. So, and oh man, they sold some fucking awesome helmets and shit. Of course, they wouldn't fit my fat head because I definitely was gonna fucking leave. But yeah, it's if you're gonna go, make sure you at least bring an extra grand just for fucking, not even food or anything, just for fucking
trinkets.
Yeah, dude. The lightsabers. There's lightsabers everywhere. It's ridiculous. And then there's not even that, dude. I bought a fucking little stuffed Chewbacca and a little stuffed Porg. My daughter, she got a little Porg that sits with a little magnet pad on your shoulder, so you could just go around with that all the fucking time.
Nice.
Because it's also just like they sell the little imp thing, like with Jabba the Hutt, where that on your shoulder.
I would want that.
That's what I was almost gonna get it for my brother-in-law, but I did it because I was just like, I don't know if he wants it or not. But I was like, I saw a dude walking around, he was like moving it, and I was just like, yes. I ate a Ronton wrap, that was pretty good. The blue milk, way better than the green milk.
Yes,
I do need to say that. Green milk did not have a good taste to it, but the blue milk kind of was like a White Russian. And I didn't know, I was really expected to be milk. It was 95, and I was like, I don't know if I want to drink milk. And I was like, all right, I'm still gonna get it. And I'm like, oh, it's an icy. I'm like, oh my God, I fucking needed this, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so that hit the spot. And then what the fuck else? Oh, so only in there, in that specific area, like the Dasani water bottles and the Coke bottles are specific to like that area. So all the Coke bottles look like grenades. So I saved one of those too. So I was just like, that's fucking cool.
Nice.
And it's, of course, $1 fucking more and less soda. But you're like, I don't fucking care. But enough about this bullshit. I'm ready to fucking talk slashers, campers, and final chapters.
So final chapters.
Somewhat
yeah, right.
final chapters.
Yeah, the not so. You know what? It could be said it's the final chapter for this style of Jason.
True.
That's true. Yeah, you can say that.
You know, it might still reign a little true. We can discuss that more. But we got to break it down first and foremost. So we are discussing Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter from 1984. Who wants to do plot rundown?
Me.
All right. Bobby, take it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. After the crystal.
No, I was kidding. Scuba.
Oh,
No,
you
no,
suck.
let Bobby do it. Let Bobby do it. No, go ahead. Take it, Bobby. Take it.
After the Crystal Lake massacres, Jason is pronounced dead and taken to the hospital morgue, where he is mysteriously revived, allowing his diabolical killing spree to continue at the camp where the gruesome slaughtering began. But this time, in addition to terrified teenagers, he meets a young boy named Tommy Jarvis who has a special talent for horror masks, makeup, and leading up to a horrifying, bloody battle that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Has diabolical Jason finally met his match? Directed by Joseph Zito, The Prowler, Missing in Action. Written by Barney Cohen, Killer Party, Forever Night. Produced by Frank Mancuso Jr., Rowan, and Stigmata. Who wants to do starring?
We're going to make John do starring this time.
You're gonna make me starring?
Yeah. Because you
know
missed the
what?
whole show last week.
No, man. Where the fuck was I Monday? Where was I Monday? Monday I was...
Were you still driving or were you at Disney already?
No. Sunday we hit...
He was there.
What the fuck did I hit Monday, dude? Monday we hit Animal Kingdom. Oh, Animal Kingdom, and I just went to Disney Springs. That's what I was doing Monday. So I was looking...
Oh, shit, Emily. We'll talk about that. We'll
Jason
talk
is
about
not-
that shit.
He is not undead in this movie.
No, he's not.
He bleeds.
According to the director, he is, but...
I did some
we'll
research.
discuss that. All right. I totally forgot what I was fucking doing.
You're doing your starring.
I know. Sorry, I'm a fucking week off here. All right. Starring Ted White from Romancing the Stone, The Hidden, as Mr. Jason Voorhees himself. Corey Feldman, The Burbs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as Tommy Jarvis. Kimberly Beck, Roller Boogie, and Playroom as Trish Jarvis, who's fucking an idiot, and I can't wait to fucking cut her ass apart. E. Eric Anderson, Missing in Action, and The Witches of Eastwick as Rob Dyer. Crispin Glover, The Doors, Hot Tub Time Machine, and the guy who can't fucking dance worth shit as Jimmy. Alan Hayes as Paul. Barbara Howard, White Palace, Amityville, A New Generation as Sarah. Joan Freeman, Panic in Year Zero. The Reluctant Astronaut as Tracy Jarvis. Peter Barton, Hell Knight, Sunset Beach as Doug. Judy Aronson, Weird Science, American Ninja. Oh man, I haven't seen American Ninja in
It's been a
30
long time.
fucking years, dude.
Great movie.
As Samantha, Camila and Carrie Moore, The Dark Side of the Moon, and The Serpent of Death as Tina and Terry. Lawrence Madison, The Last American Virgin, and Mask, not The Mask, as Ted. Chad Daddy, take it away.
Music by Harry Manfredini, My Boyfriend's Back. The Anna Nicole Smith Story. Cinematography by Hal Fernandez. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. The Prowler. Children of the Corn. Bleh.
They are all blah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like besides the third one, and I don't know why I even kind of enjoyed the third one, but I for some reason do.
I just wish the first one was as scary as I seem to remember it, because last time I tried watching it, I passed out.
I don't know why everybody thought it was scary, dude. It's so boring.
It's not.
So continuing on, edited by Joel Goodman, The Abyss, and House Party 2.
What a combo, dude.
I had this guy like House Party look like House Party 2. Effects and makeup by
The
Shut
man.
the fuck up. Effects and makeup by Tom Savini. Distributed by Paramount Pictures. Runtime 91 midgets. Rated R for mature audiences. Budget of 2.2 mil. Grossed a very lovely 33 mil. This is very
Wow.
successful.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Damn.
But no,
Okay,
he is not.
okay.
Jason is not undead here. Come on, people.
I don't know. Okay, so
I could argue
rewatching
the
it
fact-
again.
I could argue the fact that he is.
Okay, so if he was not in fact dead, when they threw that sheet on him and they took him to the fucking morgue and they did all the because they're gonna do vitals checks on him to make sure he's fucking dead. They're not just gonna fucking check, oh, he's dead, let's just cover him up with the sheet and take him to the fucking morgue. So I don't know. I always said he wasn't dead until the end of this one, but he's got the black
fact that
fingernails.
That he took an axe into the fucking
He
dome
did take a lot of
piece,
damage in 3.
and he was hung. I mean,
But-
not in
well,
the pants,
so his
you know
body.
what I mean? Yeah, I know.
But here's the
I
thing.
know.
he's got that thick ass neck, so
But-
maybe it didn't kill him. Like I said, I've always thought he didn't die until the end of this movie, and then when in part 6 is when we get the official undead Jason.
Yes,
But
because
watching it again 3 times in a row, I was like, well, I can see where people get that argument. And I know the director says now, oh, Jason is undead. But if that doesn't come across in your fucking movie, in the shit that you put out, I don't want to hear any after bullshit of you explaining shit.
I mean,
if that's not what I got from the premise of watching your film, your notes at the end of it when I've already seen it, that it doesn't fly for me.
Yeah,
so just
I'm with
because
you
the
on that.
director says that he's
agree.
undead doesn't mean he is.
That's
But
why I
like
don't.
you
That's
said-
and I love Adam Marcus, and we'll get to that when we get to Jason Goes to Hell. But I still don't say or believe that Jason's a Deadite
No, I
because
don't.
none of it
I-
holds up. He does not act like any type of Deadite we've seen before.
I have a lot of points to prove that not a Deadite, but that it can be related to a Necronomicon because it's not
Okay,
the only place it's from.
so-
But we'll save that for later.
Emily just brought up what I was going to bring up, and the dude, was it Doug? That's like the hitchhiker or whatever. He even says, like, Jason. They said the body has gone from the morgue. You wouldn't be in the morgue if you weren't technically dead. So I'm gonna say, based off that motherfucker was stone cold, and
Dude, there's lots of stories of people waking up in the morgue. You
No,
can't
I
go-
know.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm going the basis off of people who get horny in these movies is what brings Jason around or back to life.
But
And that's exactly what was happening. Is what's his name was trying to get his fucking dick wet in the morgue, and Jason fucking sensed that shit, and it was like, oh, I got to be up and at him at this shit.
all right, well, I'm going to go here now for a bit. Now,
Brody's
okay,
right. Nothing makes sense in this franchise.
Brody, you
There's
have the
no
most
making
sense in
sensible.
this
Nailed
shit.
First
Brody's
of all,
got the
let's get
sensible-
something straight here because I'm going to go back to what Emily says. He was hung, that killed him. If it did, he wouldn't have gotten up afterwards and still done shit, for one. Two, I like how people bring up the black fingernails. I'm like, they weren't black before this movie. They don't happen overnight. So I don't look at that as a decomposing thing. Like, that's purely they added makeup. So I redact that one too. 3, if you're looking closely, when he's going into the ambulance, his fucking stomach rises as he's breathing.
Yeah, but that could also just be shitty
That's-
fucking camera.
Yeah, that's
shot.
just editing.
You can never go off based off breathing because how many times have we seen a dead body where I mean, come on, bro.
But
You've
yeah,
seen,
but
like,
you
dead
also
dogs,
see
like,
him moving in the morgue when they cut to the you see his hands move because they're up here, and you see the breath come out when they're putting him in the freezer. So he was alive the whole time. He was getting wheeled into the place.
See, Brody gets it, dude. That's what it is. It's the power of insertion that brings Jason back.
Power of insertion.
I don't know.
Except
still,
for part 6, that's full Frankenstein. But we are
Yeah,
not there yet.
and you know that for me has always been when we get the undead Jason.
See, that's zombie Jason to me. Like that's
Yes,
yeah.
Well, what is a zombie? He's undead. You know,
But there's different types of undeads besides the zombie.
there is.
There's ghouls,
Yeah.
there's vampires.
So all in all, seeing we're in general discussion here, I'm gonna say, like, out of all the ones we watched, dude, part 4 definitely brings it the fucking hardest, and I love it for
Oh,
that
yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
The kills are over the top. It's a full, like, perfect Friday 13th movie of, you know, you get some sex, killing. Did we get? Yeah, we got some smoking and bud. Not like it wasn't like directly, but obviously like Teddy was doing it.
Yeah. No, it was there, but not in your face.
Could you? All right, you know what? Side note there, Teddy's like little whole like long porn espionage there, whatever the fuck he was going. Hey, could you imagine watching porn like that back in the day, dude? Like, hold on, I want to fucking jerk off. Let me set up this fucking 8-year-old, dude.
Yeah.
like you better be committed to jerking off to set up all that shit. Like,
Yeah, you have to be like, oh.
Bro, it's like, and how many reels did they have, man? Because like he had like 3 different ones, and he was watching that shit for fucking hours, dude.
Yeah, he was.
So, oh man, but no, this movie, I mean, has, you know, stupid dancing. It has cool mask. Like, I like that we get the combination of dumb teenagers, but like a nice family.
Yeah, we get a good like middle ground with both.
and we get the introduction to the character that has the only character that's ever been in multiple Friday the 13th movies other than Jason.
Correct.
True.
Yes, we do.
And his mom. But
In a
Steve's
manner
yelling.
speaking, yeah.
This is
Right.
true. Yeah.
I don't count part 3. That was a dream.
I've seen this movie how many times now, and I just noticed something for the first time today. Is an awful lot of kills in this movie happen when Jason is either behind somebody or he's attacking them through something.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because okay, so let me run down here. Okay, so of course I have my kill count here.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah.
Yes, 14, including
7
Jason.
and 7.
Okay, so Axel, the very first kill,
Yep.
the bone saw, he was from behind. The hitchhiker stabbed in the neck from behind.
The
Sam stabbed
banana
from
kill.
underneath through the raft. Paul
Such a waste.
shot from it. He was shot in the crotch with a spear gun, but Jason
Oh,
Jason was
yeah.
under the dock. So, let's see, Terry. We don't know how Mrs. Jarvis died, so we can't say.
yeah, I feel kind of gypped a little bit on that one, dude. Like, you
Tina
just
was
got up to the
pulled.
screen.
Tina was pulled through the second floor window.
Yep.
Ted was stabbed in the back of the head through the screen.
Mhm.
Yep.
Doug, his head was crashed through the shower door, and Sarah was axed through the front door.
You're missing one.
Wait, what about fucking
Which one am I
McFly, dude? Because he got the corkscrew, so
He
he,
got the
had to
corkscrew.
look at Jason.
But that
And
wasn't
then he
that didn't kill him. Well, I guess because
Because remember, like he turned around and then like
I
when
guess
he-
you could count that. Yeah.
But you're also
I feel like
missing
that
the
was the
nurse who got
only
stabbed
one.
with the
Oh, the nurse.
oh
the scissors.
nerd.
So it's 15.
No.
But she was still from behind.
She's in there.
She was bent over.
Was she in there?
She's one of the kills. But no, she.
Oh,
he
I
didn't get
didn't hear you
behind.
say it at first. I was like, did you
Oh,
say
he
that?
didn't name. No, he didn't
I
name
didn't name all of
them.
them. I was just
Yeah,
mentioning all the ones that somebody was killed from behind.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha.
I was like, wait, okay.
It felt like you almost named almost.
But like I said, like an overwhelming majority are they either weren't facing Jason or he was.
This
you know,
is the
attacking
one
through something.
where he became a more of a prowler. I would say he's this. Because there were so many kills from behind, he was actually stalking a lot more than being this fucking massive beast that just comes swinging at you with the machete.
Yeah, but now he's like bursting through fucking doors.
Yeah.
dude.
And he didn't kill anyone with the machete in this one at all. He
Nope,
got killed
not
by
at
machete.
all.
No.
Yep, the
But
machete
the
killed him.
my favorite scene of him is watching Ted White just come through that door and he throws the fucking hammer and it just
Rage mode.
Yeah.
hits right on the wall.
Right.
Like that is so beautiful.
That is, well, yeah, that's like the shot, dude, for sure. So I gotta say, where I'm gonna shit on this movie, and it's not in the movie itself, it's our main girl here, dude. Fucking Corey Feldman's sister.
Trish, yeah.
She's an idiot. She is a terrible final girl, and she should have died. I don't give a shit. Because first of all, when Doug was getting killed, which I don't know if like you feel but man, his fucking like he's killing me. He's killing. Thanks for the exposition, Doug. We weren't sure what the fuck was going on because it's so fucking dark we can't fucking see it. He's killing me.
And then the final from far away. He's killing me.
But she runs away and she's like, oh, and then runs back down to watch you more. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, you bitch? Just fucking go.
Not only that, she leaves her brother behind. By
Yes,
himself
she does.
in their house.
She's like, Doug's like, I'm gonna go. She's like, no, he's like, no, he's like, you be safe. She's like, I'm gonna come with you. But little bro, you stay by yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I need to go get some dick.
And
that's
he
what-
was a big strapping man. He did not need her help whatsoever.
No.
No, I mean he still got fucked regardless. But and then on top of that, so then she finally's like, I'm gonna leave. And then what does she find at the front door? Oh no, a body laying on the step. You know what I've done, and plenty of times, usually they're just drunk, passed out people. I step the fuck over them and
Yeah.
fucking keep on going. Why the fuck did she turn around? Because then when she comes back to the fucking house, she hurdles over her ass, no fucking problem then, to come back in the fucking house. I was like,
And
And
what
yes,
the-
Lance is right. She did tell him to leave, but don't fucking abandon him. Don't.
Well, no, she told him to leave after she came back when Rob got killed. So
Yeah,
it was a little later on that she said
she
that,
was
but he is
dumb.
right.
But like, no, man, like that whole time my wife and I were just going back. We're like, this bitch is so fucking stupid. Like, what? Why did she need to run back to the thing? Like, she thought she was going to help him. Like, she couldn't help him in the first fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But, and the hurdling the body, because like, I get, McFly was like pinned up, dude. You can't really get through him
Mhm.
until like Jason just rips his ass down, which is fucking awesome. But
That's kind of true.
It was 1982 at 12. He was a man.
It was
Well,
1984.
Feldman was, yeah. Not even
He
just
was a
anyone.
man.
Feldman was, yeah.
fucking A. But no, man, this movie is like you get hot twins, dude. You get fucking.
This
cool
movie had a
matchmaking.
lot of titties.
Yes,
a
it did.
lot of titties and a lot of ass. And I'm all, you boys know that. Well,
Yeah.
I love horror movies with titties in it. And this one,
It did
Had
not
him.
just.
I felt,
No.
and you know, we're watching.
You
it
felt like
yesterday.
Corey Feldman. Dude.
Yes,
You were
and
like,
that's what I told
Yeah, we're
Mel.
like,
That's what I told Mel. I was like, the first time I saw this movie, this scene right here that we're watching, that was me watching this movie. Like a little
Yes.
kid, like,
just cheating in the bed, like freaking out. You're like, I can't
And
believe I'm
she's-
seeing that
and
stuff.
she goes, "What do you mean as a kid? This is still you right now. Look at you." And I'm like, I know, I love it so much.
You're like, I can't help it. I love titties.
I love titties while I'm squeezing her titty.
Right? You're like, I just need them. Oh man,
It's also probably one of the most brutal Jasons in the franchise history.
indeed, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is where
Ted-
we still get kills on screen. Thank
Well,
God.
it's Joe Gallo put it best when he said that Jason just woke up in the morgue nursing a head wound, so he is fucking pissed.
Yeah.
It's a really bad hangover.
I always love the fact that Joe Zito said, I need someone with experience. And Ted White didn't want to do it. And then he's like, all right, I'll do it. But if you watch the credits, it doesn't say who plays Jason. Then it's the only time it never says it. And yet he was a mountain of a man and he did it phenomenally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
100%.
he is a terrifying Jason in this movie. And that's probably why this one is one of probably my number one favorite Friday the 13th. It switches back and forth between part 6 and this one.
That's fair.
But this one it's top tier for me.
This one's brutal. like
It's
we
brutal,
said,
and
dude.
that's what I
Like,
love.
yeah.
This is the scary Jason. I
like the
remember
head smash
watching
in the
this.
shower, dude.
Yes,
Just like,
Yeah.
like this one made me terrified of Jason because it was like, holy shit, like he's not dead. He's still alive. Granted, we saw him die in previous ones, but he was just so fucking brutal in this one. And the way he moved, it was like a new ball game watching Jason on screen in this one.
Sorry, I was reading the comments between
Same.
Jordan and Mess. I did not know that he was supposed to have a 3-movie deal. That'd be.
Yeah, there was a whole.
I liked 09, but rewatching it, man, like it's so hard to watch it.
It's like
with-
watching a soap opera.
At times, yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit. But
basically.
the hardest part that takes me out is I'm like, because like it's what's his name from fucking Supernatural, dude. Because I feel like
Yeah.
I'm watching a Supernatural episode. 'Cause I'm like,
Which
Which
was
is-
supposed to happen.
yeah. I mean, dude, I'm not saying that it's nothing against his chops or anything like that, but it's like, dude, when you see Sean William Scott, it's like it's just Stifler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
Stifler no matter what he's in. Hey,
Yeah.
look, Stifler in Final Destination.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Carter, you dick.
I have, as I've said it before, I have mixed feelings about the remake. Like Derek was great,
Yo, man.
but at the same time, that's he was great, but he couldn't save the movie. He was great.
No, but you know what?
You know,
It was a great palate cleanser after the fucking shit Jason we got in Freddy versus Jason. That's all I'm saying.
ha! Oh yes,
Sorry. And I know you cosplay that Jason, but for me, the design for that in the movie, I love it when people cosplay it, but in the movie,
It was
they
horrible
just
looking.
it was horrible. He was Franken Jason.
Yeah,
and I'm fine with that, dude.
director
because
had
I've
no
always-
idea what to do with them.
I'm fine with that because I always thought, dude, part 6, I was like, yo, that's literally Frankenstein coming to life right fucking there. So there you go.
But he
was the
moves.
Yeah, but at least
Platform
he didn't
boot.
move like Frankenstein.
It was the platform fucking boots for me, man.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. I still loved it. I watched that movie the most in theaters. That's probably why.
The soundtrack was awesome on that one though.
Fucking
Yes,
right,
it was.
dude.
Like it was fucking dope.
You had
But, like,
Slipknot, Rob
09,
Zombie, and all that.
Like 09, dude, like it started so hard. Because I remember literally standing up and cheering when we finally got the title card.
Yeah,
I was like,
because it started right
fucking
off the bat,
cold
and then
out.
you get this
that
full
cold
story.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cold open was just fucking insane. You could have literally ended the movie there and we're like, yep, that's all it was 20 minutes. I'm like, fucking worth it,
I'm good.
dude.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I didn't need any more.
Can I
It
get
gave me more though.
tickets to each showing, please? Thank you.
Yeah, right. And then we got 2010's fucking pile dog of fucking that reboot. We're not gonna talk about that.
That's a whole nother.
See, that's what, like, I compare those two, and so for that Friday 09 already gets an extra boost.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, well, it's not fucking Nightmare 2010s. At least it tried way better. And I mean, come on, dude. Like, the fucking weird farmer dude feeling up the fucking, what the hell is it?
Oh,
It's not statue, but Jesus Christ, mannequin. Jesus fuck.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember her name, but Jordan, I know you
about
know
that fucking part. Thanks. Now it's all I'm gonna be able to think about.
right?
Yeah, what's the mannequin's
Like,
name?
remember when you took my virginity? Yeah. Fucking
So,
A,
but
dude.
anyway,
But no, this movie, man, like I'm gonna go with Steve. Like, it's definitely like top 3 for me for Jason. Like,
Yeah. It's,
Oh,
it's hard to
easily,
argue
when I
against
think
that.
when I think of it, for sure.
And you know, for everybody that gets pissed off, that were pissed at 09 because Jason ran, he fucking ran in this
he
one.
runs in this, yeah.
Like,
But
ran
I
in 3.
yeah, he ran in 3 too. Like, yeah, but people I heard a lot of people bitch. Oh, well, Jason doesn't run. You obviously never saw a fucking Friday the 13th flick because he sure as fuck ran in this one.
No, you know what it
All
was, dude.
prior to 7.
It was that, and it's just that was like old school generalized assumption. Like, you always saw the hockey mask killer with a chainsaw, but that never fucking
Never
happened.
Nope.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, Clark Griswold, sure,
Yeah.
but not actually.
But not actually Jason.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's like everybody still like had that assumption or like that. You know what I mean? It's just,
Or is it a Mandela effect and it did happen? We just transferred.
well, I'm sure there's
It
definitely been
never
movies at this point that have definitely done it by now, for sure.
Yeah.
But at that point, no. I don't
Yeah, some
think so.
knockoff did it, but Jason never had a chainsaw.
I will say this though, in terms of the running, I know he runs in 09, but the running here, I would be more scared because he's like fucking. That's a full-fledged, like full force.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
fucking
charging.
because-
It's like a charging
yeah.
rhino in this one.
Like
I
I
don't
said,
know, man.
because Ted White was not a small man, and the fact that he moved like that made me go, "Yeah, I'm fucking scared."
He's what 6'3", 6'4",
He was
something like that.
when he was lot younger, he was about 6'5". So, and he passed away now last year. Yeah, he was a little small, but 6'5" was his build height at the time of this. Like, and he wasn't small, but he wasn't. Oh, he had that fucking like big but muscle, but could. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
So you still say the run thing, and I still love the run in the 09 where just the run where he goes up and kicks the motherfucker in the face, dude.
Yeah.
That is a good. No,
that
that
is
a
just
good
so
one.
like startling every time.
So are we doing the remake?
We don't know
I think
yet.
we keep talking about it. We're gonna have to. There's 12 movies.
That's fine. All right. So let's see what else. We mentioned boobs, butts, death, gore,
Stupid Trish.
stupid Trish.
I mean,
Thank
and
you.
that's kind of the formula for these fucking movies. Everything you just said is probably the pitch meeting for Friday the 13th films.
You know what's
which-
funny is my wife even asked. She's like, "Is this the one with the trailer?" I'm like, "No, that's part 6. We'll be there soon."
The fact that you know the name of the mannequin, Jordan, I love
knew
it.
Jordan would know. I knew. Thank you, Jordan.
Yes, thank you, Jordan.
Yay.
But,
Oh man.
Yeah,
Fucking
that was the formula of the movies, which and we'll talk about when we get to the later one. But keep going.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of a final chapter. Obviously, we'll talk about it when we get to the next one because we, don't have the Jason in there. But I would still argue that it's the final chapter of this style of Jason.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, it still works with that. It's not the final movie for sure. No final chapter ever is a final chapter, dude. Anytime they do that, they just literally like they know they're gonna do it again.
It's just a matter of when.
Yep. Like, I hope like Halloween takes a 10-year hiatus personally.
Your minimum is going to be 5. Your max will be 10.
I just hope it ignores ends because.
I just say the whole trilogy, dude. That
Or
whole
no.
end.
Don't even ignore it. Don't even ignore it. I'm okay with what's his fuck face coming back.
There
as
you
the
go.
Killer.
He's not dead.
You
Corey,
want Corey back? Fuck
Yeah.
that.
fuck that. Bring him back. Bring him back as the killer.
He's not
I liked
dead.
him. I liked him. I will give. I like the fact of the handing off, the passing of the torch to a new Michael, because anybody
Right.
could be Michael. Just like the next one that we're gonna watch of this proves that anybody could be Jason.
Fair.
Yeah, but then it also proves as to why it didn't work.
But they still should have introduced that character at least in the prior movie.
Yeah.
So we could have been like,
should have
okay,
been,
now we know who this fucking
They
dude
should
is.
have given him to us in the 2018 so that we could have built like a good rapport with him and been like, oh, we like this guy. And then he kills the kid accidentally in the second one, and the third one is when everybody picks on him.
So
The third one's where he gets beaten up by the band nerds.
fuck yeah, dude.
I'm totally down for them to bring back Roy.
Dead Roy.
Dead Roy,
Yeah.
Undead Roy. Fucking do
That'd
it.
That'd be a hard one, considering.
But
his death.
fuck. So I started watching that one today too, and then I was like, I caught a major issue with it that I never caught before. But we'll just wait till next month to fucking talk about it.
I have like 10 of them, and I will rant very hard.
If you're talking
I
about
like
the
it.
size
I'll
difference
rant.
between Roy and the Jason actor, right?
No, it's not even okay. So Roy goes and kills everybody except for the guy that actually killed his fucking kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I don't know, man. He just snapped.
Well, isn't that guy also in jail?
Yeah, but you know.
Ah,
I mean,
come
Roy
on,
probably
Roy.
couldn't get to him, so he just
that's
killed
what I
everyone
mean.
else. I don't know.
That's why he's just putting road flares in mouths and shit. Fucking A, dude.
But we'll talk
But
about
no.
that next month.
That's
Yes.
right. So back to part 4, dude. Like, man, we got so many good kills. This is gonna be a hard one when we get down to our main questions for like breaking down and shit like that for sure. But before we do that, and before we even get into behind the scenes, we still have another person that we got to hear from, and that is
Yes.
our beloved Brody King. Let me pop him up here right now.
Well, howdy folks, it's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore N More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about Friday the 13th part 4. This film, absolute fucking doozy of a film. I always have fun with it. I probably really didn't even need to watch it like the most of you out there because I know it off by heart. But, you know, it's always good to go back for the 50th time and suss this fucking slasher gem out.
Hell yeah.
I mean, out of the first
Fair.
4 films of the franchise, the original quadrilogy, it's definitely the best. You know, definitely having meant to be the final Friday, it definitely makes everything else throughout the whole entire film bigger and better and succeeds. And it's very rare that the 4th film of a franchise can do that. So what they're able to achieve with the director, I can't think of his fucking name. I do apologise. But he was able to accomplish so much with this film that works on so many fucking levels, and I'm going to break that down for you right motherfucking now. So I really enjoyed the characters in this, and I feel like the director took a lot of time and effort into trying to develop these characters for an audience in a way that they were fun and actually interesting. They weren't throwaway characters, because I really had a blast with these characters, whether they were fucking talking to one another, which was hilarious at times, or, you know, just doing stupid little things physically. I mean, like, I will call out Crispin Glover's little fucking maneuver dance, whatever you want to call it. It was just really interesting and funny as fuck.
A full-body
but
drum
yeah,
beat to music.
when these characters get iced the fuck out, I it's not that I felt bad for them, but I'm like, I actually had my favourites, and I was sort of like, well, that's a bummer. Even though I knew they were going to get fucking iced the fuck out because obviously it's a Friday the 13th film, but even at times I was just sort of like, damn, I really wish I had at least stayed a little bit longer throughout the process of the film, and then getting killed earlier, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Corey Feldman in this, I mean, he steals the show for me personally. I mean, he's just a fucking kid and he outshines everyone throughout the acting, I feel. There's even a little bit of realism in there when he's checking out the couple getting naked and he's carrying on.
Yeah.
That would be me. That would be me
Yeah,
doing
see?
that in my fucking bedroom, jumping up and down on the bed,
We're all
getting
the same.
excited and shit. 'cause I
He
get to
doesn't
see
mean
some
as a
free
kid. He
titties.
means him now.
So,
Yeah, just like Steve said
yeah,
right now.
I find the acting in this was extremely well done. And like I said, Corey Feldman, man, like coming up against Jason, that's a fucking big thing. And I like how this was the start of Tommy Jarvis and Jason's feud throughout the next 3 films. So the tone of this film is pretty brutal. I mean, it's got some brutal fucking / awesome kills throughout this, and then all thanks to Tom Savini jumping on board for this film. I mean, they really went hard with the violence in this film, which is fucking awesome considering it was meant to be the final film. I'm just glad Savini was back on board for this because there's some awesome brutal shit in here. I like how the lighting sort of plays out through each kill and makes it really like dark at times, and you're sort of only getting a glimpse of the main spot, what Jason really wants to focus on. Especially there's this one kill. He's like got a hacksaw going through someone's neck, and you just sort of see the spotlight on the spine when he snaps and turns the head around. It's so fucking brutal. Even Crispin Glover's kill, which is probably my favorite in this film, he gets a corkscrew through the hand, he gets the fucking meat cleaver through the face. I mean, it's just brutality, fate fucking tality. It is fucking awesome, and I'm all for it. So the visual representation of this film throughout the cinematography was fucking awesome. I liked how they were able to capture the tension and what they needed in a slasher film, and it's definitely the play off like the actors and Jason himself through that cat and mouse through exterior and interior shots. I think the lighting is probably what helps make this film the most. Especially like I just said with the kills, it really knows how to focus on the kill shot, whether it's interior or exterior. And like I said, mainly due to the lighting, because they really narrow in and focus on it. It definitely feels more of a slasher film than most slasher films out there, especially the previous three. They just really went fucking nuts for this film. They were really going out on the leg, considering, it was meant to be the final Friday. I mean, they went hard as fuck. So Ted White comes in as Jason and absolutely nails the fucking role. Now, some of you might get offended by me saying this, but he never really had much competition prior to this film. The second and third film, it kind of felt to me that he was just sort of fucking around with people. But in this film, he's like a tour de force. He's a fucking powerhouse. He's like, you motherfuckers have tried to kill me one too many fucking times. I am going to end every motherfucker that gets in my way tonight, and I will not stop. And that's what I loved about Ted White's performance. He was so physically demanding throughout the role. His even the movement of Jason, how he's able to portray him, he really made it his own compared to the first two. And I don't really like comparing the first two. I mean, because each actor is obviously different. But in this film, he felt really intimidating. He felt fucking scary. And he felt like he was just overcome full of emotions to the point where he was like, had this super strength about him. And when you see him get hold of some of Tom Savini's practical effects and just play with it and maneuver it throughout the kill scenes, it's fucking brutal. It's awesome to see unfold. Ted White absolutely nailed it. I only wish we had got more of him. But that's a story neither here nor there, later down the fucking track, whatever. But yeah, Ted White absolutely nailed the fucking role of Jason. So at the end of the day, this film is absolutely fucking fantastic. If you have not seen it, what the fuck are you doing with your life? You're not even a horror fan. And don't ever fucking speak to me if you have not seen this film, because I will judge the fuck out of you till the end of days. This film is definitely up there. It's obviously one of the best slasher films of all fucking time. And potentially, if you ask anyone throughout the horror community, they'll say that Friday 4 is up there as, definitely one of the fucking best of the franchise. So, anywho, I am going to give this a Gore N More score of a 4.3.
All right.
Yeah, buddy.
And this is your DKB signing out. And I hope you motherfuckers have a great evening. I look forward to hearing what you have to say, and I will catch you next week. So cheers.
Bye, Brody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brody. Appreciate that, buddy. We love you, man.
That was wonderful.
Lance, you can look at me all you want for that. I still don't care. It was okay. I probably needed to,
you bastard.
I don't know. Maybe. I probably needed to watch it more when it came out. I don't know. I still like Blade better. Anyways, so thank you, bro. We got a 4.3 started off from the 11K. Yeah. I feel like we've discussed quite a bit. Chad Daddy, why don't you open them curtains? And
all right, I will. I mean, of course, there's a lot to go through, so I'll hit the juicy bits as best as I can. I mean, we all know, of course, that the strange dance which Jimbo performs to Party was contributed by Crispin Glover and was based on the eccentric way he actually danced in clubs. And of course, they originally were he was originally dancing to Back in Black by AC/DC as the scene was filmed. Of course, when it came out, the edited version of Love is a Lie by Line was dubbed into the scene instead.
Which, even still, that song being there, it still does not make sense of how the fuck he is dancing.
No, but it fits better than Back in Black would have.
Yes, it does.
Fair enough.
And another thing they didn't mention in the notes here is that Crispin Glover, we all know how eccentric he is, and I know there were times like they had to stop filming just so he could play with his toy submarines in the lake.
What? Legit?
Yes.
What? That dude is fucking cracked.
He is.
He's always. Yeah.
And Lance says that's how he dances to Back in Black. So that's fine.
Video
off or shut up.
Not true.
Yeah.
I just toy submarines, huh?
You know what? We didn't talk about. You know what? We could talk about it when the opening scene comes in. Because this is the last film in the series to pick up immediately where the previous film left off.
Yeah,
that is true.
Like literally, like they even used the same set. At 58 years old at the time, Ted White's the oldest stuntman actor to portray Jason Voorhees. Though he disliked being involved with the film, Ted White is considered by many fans to be one of the best Jasons.
Yep.
And he has said many times, he's like, I was actually offered the next 2 after that, and I should have taken them.
He was embarrassed to be in this, and he eventually did warm up to it.
Why was he embarrassed? Did he ever say?
Well, I mean, he was a serious stunt. He was with John Wayne for years. Like, he did serious shit before this.
Mm-hmm.
So for him, it's like, why the fuck am I doing? You kind of can't blame him in a way at the time.
I can, dude, because first of all, Westerns are dying out. You're in the 80s. Look at what's popular and ride that fucking train while you can. That's just savvy business right there.
It's a lot of the older generation that was in this, because Betsy Palmer hated being the first one. She only was in that because she needed a new car.
True.
Yeah.
Horror at the time, yes, was getting big, but it was not.
It was still looked down
we
on.
all know.
Usually horror is a jumping off point, not a going to.
And I hate to say it, it was probably still considered to be looked down upon until Scream.
Yes and no.
Scream definitely brought it into the summer blockbuster, which I would even say Jaws was like horror light. It started bringing it in with that. You know what I mean? But yes, Scream definitely.
By the way, since I brought this up in the chat, I got to mention it here since I just mentioned Scream. Just remember, all of the Scream movies only happened because Sydney's mom is a whore.
Yep. Mrs. Prescott couldn't keep those legs closed.
Yep. If she wouldn't have cheated on her husband, none of them would have happened. That filthy. And she was no, like somebody said, she was no Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
So, continue on. The workout video Axel watches is Aerobicized from 82. It stars Darcy DeMoss, who went on to have a role in Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. She was supposed to be in Part 5, but she didn't want to do the nudity.
That's right. So we got Voorhees titties instead. Legitimately.
They were ample.
Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so Joseph Zito previously directed The Prowler in 1981, but they wanted him to both write and direct Part 4. He said, "I'm not a writer," to which they said, "Here's a contract paying you double to write and direct." And then he responded, "Yeah, I'm totally a writer." Zito used the extra money to hire Barney Cohen to somewhat secretly write the script. Their process entailed Zito taking nightly 1-hour phone calls with Phil Scuderi to discuss the story and script for Final Chapter. The next day, Zito would meet Cohen in an apartment in New York to relay what notes and ideas Scuderi offered, which they would then turn into new script pages to be sent later that day to Scuderi in Boston to be discussed again over the phone that night.
Dang.
A lot of
That's
back and forth phone conversations.
Process.
That is a process.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
The moment where Jason's hand moves in the morgue was done by Ted White after Joseph Zito had called cut on the scene. However, the camera was still rolling and caught this moment, and it was included in the film.
Aha!
Okay. Fucking nice. Fuck it.
Yeah, right. If it works.
That's right. In one scene, Rob talks to Trish about his sister Sandra. Sandra was one of Jason's victims in Part 2.
Mm-hmm. She was the double impalement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go, Steve.
Writer Barney Cohen originally wrote a scene involving Jason fondling Trish's breasts, but the producers vetoed it. Director Joseph Zito also disliked the scene because it made Jason seem too human and less menacing. The scene was excised from the script.
Yeah, let's not make Jason.
Yeah, we already got rapey Jason.
Yeah, we already got rapey Jason. Yeah, but yeah.
Nobody liked that. Nobody wanted that. So
it didn't work in 3. It sure as hell wouldn't work in here.
No.
Oh yeah. Anyways.
Okay. So it's played for humor throughout final chapter that young Tommy Jarvis is suddenly surrounded by horny teenagers renting a cabin he can see into from his own house. However, the reality of the situation is that those actresses were indeed very or partially naked, and Corey Feldman was still young enough that Eric Anderson and Kimberly Beck took him trick-or-treating the first day of filming, since it happened to be October 31st, 1983. So they shielded 12-year-old Feldman from most of the bad stuff using tricky editing when necessary. What they could not control was the power of a low-cut top sans bra underneath. According to Feldman, in the scene in which Judy Aronson's character bends over to greet Tommy's dog, unbeknownst to anyone but Feldman, he could see down her low-cut top.
He's still a 12-year-old boy. He's still going to try.
Of course he is.
Yep.
As if none of us did. Huh?
Absolutely.
Fucking A, dude.
Let's see. This is the only film in the series to shoot new footage using sets and locations from a previous film. The beginning takes place in the set of Friday the 13th, Part 3, before moving to a new location.
Nice.
Nice.
Can we talk about a contamination in that whole scene, too, of just like cops bare fisting fucking the axe murder?
Oh, yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, let's put our
No
fingerprints
gloves,
all
no
over them
nothing.
shits. Yeah.
It was the 80s. Nobody cared.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious who was killing
Yeah.
who with an axe anyway, so.
True that.
Right. Fine. Fair.
Camilla
I mean, but
Moore
that-
said, go ahead.
I mean, that just means anybody could get away with murder in fucking
84.
in Crystal Lake in
Yeah, right.
in the 80s, because just blame it on Jason. Jason did it.
Jason.
I mean, the next movie is... Never mind.
The axe will hook on Crystal Lake. And, oh, damn it. Jason was here.
Oh, my God.
Notice
What
I said-
happened?
I should have put that in parentheses. Accidentally kill a hooker.
Why she rolled up in the carpet? Don't worry
Yep.
about it.
Jason's very thorough. Camilla Moore said in the Crystal Lake Memories book she originally read for the role of Samantha, who ended up being played by Judy Aronson. She said it was a fun reading, but she was very nervous about the full nudity required for the role. Wasn't sure she really wanted to do it. Then suddenly the casting agent stopped her in the middle of the reading when they saw on her resume that she's had an identical twin sister, Carrie. They said if her sister agreed to join the film, they'd cast both of them. Camilla asked Carrie, who was excited about it and agreed, but then they learned their new roles would involve full nudity from both of them. Camilla was hesitant about that, but Carrie, who Camilla said had always been more adventurous, said she had no problem at all with taking off her clothes, so Camilla agreed to do it too. Camilla admitted if her sister hadn't been there, there was no way she'd have been brave enough to strip naked and swim in front of the mostly male crew.
Twins, Basil, twins.
The way you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, now all I can see is fucking Austin Powers' little checklist, Asian twins.
What's better than a set of titties? Twin titties.
Ted
could
White
be it.
refused to talk to the other actors during production because he thought socializing with them would diminish their fear of Jason.
Fuck yeah. I
He
love
was
that
right.
shit. I
And he was
fucking
right.
love that. Like, if I ever got cast to fucking play like a fucking murderer in a film, I wouldn't talk to nobody. I'd be sitting in the corner by myself. If somebody tried to talk to me, I would just get up and walk the fuck away. And then after filming was done, I'd go shake everybody's hands.
Right. Buy everybody pizza.
So, Jason actor Ted White and special effects artist Tom Savini at work first were confrontational with one another, but once White found out Savini had experience with stunts, the two became friends.
That's all it took.
Well, it was, yeah. Remember, yeah.
I don't give a
Basically,
shit about your makeup that you've been doing for fucking 20 plus years. Like, oh, stunts? Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah.
forget Dawn of the Dead. This did stunts. Okay, after Jason actor Ted White finished his scenes for this film, he immediately started work on Starman. While on set for the night's filming, a group of reporters were waiting to interview Jeff Bridges, but he was unavailable. Therefore, director John Carpenter told the reporters to talk to White about the film he had recently finished. After telling the reporters he just finished playing Jason in the latest Friday the 13th film, the next day's article was entirely about him, and that night numerous Friday fans arrived at the set solely in order to see White.
Nice.
Nice.
And that's probably where his kind of started, like, this actually has a thing.
Yeah, that's probably what started it.
There you go.
Rather than making masks, Tommy was originally going to have been an inventor. One of his projects was a device made from a microwave oven, which would have been what was used to kill Jason. Some of this is seen in the final product in a scene where he helps repair a car. So we originally were going to have a very different Tommy.
Interesting. I still think like he cut his hair really fast for how fast what was happening.
That's what I thought too.
I was like, man, like he went from like just like snipping it to like full on like almost bald at that point. It's like, damn.
Especially when he's sitting there shaving and he still has a full head of hair. I'm like,
yeah,
you're gonna cut the fuck out of your head.
Ow, right? I like in the hospital too, like they couldn't clean him up. Like when they got to the hospital, he's like, no, we're gonna leave these little fucking ragtag things hanging out. But
it never occurred to me until today why all of a sudden he looked like he was like a zombie, like he was wearing makeup. Then I'm like, oh yeah, he does makeup and masks, so he did okay. Like it just didn't register till today for some stupid ass reason. Okay, according to Ted White, he and director Joseph Zito did not get along very well during filming. That's the story we've all heard. The friction was especially caustic after White demanded that Zito let the naked Judy Aronson get out of the freezing December lake between takes so she could warm up. She ended up getting hypothermia because of it. Zito finally relented after White refused to act until he did. He flat out said he was going to quit.
Damn.
Good man.
Yeah.
He was real stand-up.
I say he might be a bit of a man, but if he sees something wrong, he was like, nope.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's see what other juicy stuff do we have here.
Juicy.
Paramount was originally going to release the film in October of '84. After filming wrapped in January, Paramount studio head Frank Mancuso Sr. screened footage of the film, Too Much Enthusiasm. After a window opened up, the release date was changed to April upon confirmation from the director he could complete the film faster than planned. This led to Zito, Frank Mancuso Jr., and a crew of editors essentially remaining locked in a house in Malibu, editing around the clock in order to finish the film on time. This marked one of the only times that Paramount actively helped the production prior to the 13th film, as they were generally produced independently, with the studio only handling marketing and distribution.
No shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
They worked their ass off to hit that deadline.
I say Frank Mancuso Jr. has said before, he's like, generally I just kind of step back and let them do their thing unless something needs to be talked about.
Nice.
Right on.
Kimberly Beck is just 14 years younger than Joan Freeman, who plays her mother. She is also 15 years older than Corey Feldman, who plays her brother. Joan Freeman was also born on January 8th, while Kimberly Beck was born on January 9th.
Oh, shit.
I always thought Trish looked a little old.
Yeah, she did look kind of old.
So she was like, what, about 27-ish? Yeah.
Yeah, something around there.
Okay, Corey Feldman was legitimately terrified during the window shot. As per series tradition, Jason was played by yet another stuntman, this time Ted White, seasoned veteran of 40 years who doubled for Clark Gable and John Wayne. He did not like Feldman, calling him the meanest goddamn little kid he'd ever dealt with.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he said that right to him.
That's partially director's fault. When it came time to film the famous scene near the end, when Jason reaches through a broken window to pull Tommy out of the house, White got to act out his frustration. They worked out the timing of when White would grab Feldman beforehand, but during filming, White waited a couple extra beats to the point that Feldman assumed the stunt had gone wrong. So just as he let his guard down, White grabbed him exactly as you see in the film, meaning Feldman's screams of horror were completely authentic.
That's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous.
And I think we'll cut off with this one. In an attempt at method acting, Lawrence Monason decided that since his character Ted is stoned when he dies, he would try smoking pot for real in order to film the scene. However, he found out that in his intoxicated state, it was too difficult to fully concentrate on filming.
Bitch.
John's like, you fucking noob.
You don't even know.
Bitch. It was his first time, I guess.
I didn't say it was his first time, but...
It was one of his first times.
Maybe it was.
Maybe.
So that's the meat and potatoes there. I'm sure. I'm sure Steve dug up some stuff in his research. You guys mad?
Really, all I did was look up like the kill count and stuff just to see, because I know I did message you guys that I think that's something that would be cool to start adding into our show. So there is a total of 14 kills in this flick, and It is right down the middle. 7 female kills, 7 male kills.
Like
That I didn't notice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 7 and 7. So Jason is equal opportunity ass kicker.
as he should be.
I mean, yeah, dude, we get to see again of him like slicing a dude in a wheelchair for no reason from the second one. So yeah, I still
almost
always
said
love
something
them.
so inappropriate.
Go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
No, I will get us fucking canceled. No.
It's all right. South Park does it.
I was gonna say, so yeah, this. Yeah.
We are not South Park,
We
sir.
are not South Park. It took South Park 20 years.
What if we animated ourselves for an episode and did that?
Oh,
No.
God.
Oh my god, I would love if somebody could animate us as South Park characters.
Yes, please.
Oh boy,
Oh, my God. They killed Bobby.
You fuckers!
dude, I had to watch the fucking Easter episode yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't even watch South Park hardly anymore, but that's always one where me and my sister, it's tradition that one of us has to send the other one something from that episode. Usually it's when they're like singing the fucking praise to the Peter Rabbit there.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Oh my
It's
god,
been
dude!
a
If you were raised Catholic, you need to see this, dude. Like,
I haven't
I will
seen
have-
it either. I need to watch it.
what?
I've never seen it.
Oh
dude!
my
all right,
God.
so HBO. It's season 11, and it's like one of the last episodes. It's called like Easter Spectacular. And, oh my god, dude! All right, then I don't even want to say one of my favorite parts because if you need
Go ahead and
to
say it.
it,
It's fine. It's not going to ruin it for me.
so like the whole thing is like Stan's trying to figure out the whole like connection between the Easter rabbit and Jesus rising from the thing, and he's like, what is it? And it's like this whole like underground like what it is like actually Jesus made the Pope Peter the first, he was actually a rabbit, and there's this huge underground, like Da Vinci originally painted it like that, and then the church covered it up because the church doesn't want a rabbit as Pope, but Jesus made a rabbit because a rabbit is impartial, where men can be led astray and shit. And honestly, the way fucking South Park does it, you start thinking, you're like,
Yeah.
bro, is this literally fucking it, dude? Like, is South Park really telling us the truth, and we're just supposed to accept it as fun? And then like the craziest part is, dude, so like they like Jesus comes in to finally help him at the end, and they're like, oh man, they're like, he's back. They're like, Jesus, didn't you die in Iraq? And he was like, yeah, that was the Santa episode, if you guys remember or not. But then like, so Phil O'Donohue ends up taking over the church as the Pope because he says the Pope is too soft, because he's like, we need to kill him. He's like, all right, I'm pretty sure killing Jesus is not very Christian. But, so like they lock up Kyle and Jesus, and they're like, Jesus, can't you do anything? He's like, I only have powers in death. He's like, Kyle, you're gonna have to kill me. He's like, I can't kill you. And he's like, well, I can't commit suicide or else it's like, it's not thing. And he's like, it's the only way. And he's like, you cannot tell Eric Cartman about this. And Jesus is like, okay, Kyle. And by the way, happy Easter, Kyle. And he's like, happy Easter, Jesus. And then he fucking stabs him in the throat. And Jesus is bleeding the fuck all over. It's the craziest fucking episode, dude. But like, you know, like the church like prays, like there's actually, they do this part with the fucking rabbit where it's like, Hippotis, Hoppatus, Deum Homine. Like, it's this whole fucking, oh my God, dude. Like, because Randy's part of this whole, like, he's part of the secret society that keeps the secret, and it's the Hair Club for Men. Dude, it's such a good fucking episode. It's an annual tradition.
Oh, the
Go
Hair
watch
Club for Men. Love it.
Go watch it. Dude, it's
You
so
know
good.
so little.
I can't believe you guys never seen that one. That's
That's one of my favorite
That
episodes.
must
It
have been
is,
like
dude.
right after I stopped watching it.
season 11 for sure. Like, find it and enjoy it.
I still, the whole time, what you just said, you can never tell Eric Cartman.
Yeah. Oh, that was just such a
I need to go back and figure out where I left off, where I stopped watching, and start picking it up again. Because those fucking, like, when I played the games, it was the funniest shit.
dude, there's so much good shit. Like, I teetered off right after PC Principal found out he was a meme, and then like all these little like meme android.
Oh, no.
That was fucking weird.
No, I love the episode where he says the school paper, and he
Oh,
finds out who writes it, and he goes, "You got to break his legs, PC Principal."
Yep, it's fucking Jimmy.
Oh no!
It's so good, dude. It's so see, like those seasons are way more like coherent, dude. So it's like the full, like this, the whole season is just one long episode essentially at that point.
Jesus.
But
All
All
right,
right.
on to
Let's
the
get
That was a
back on
great
track.
sidebar.
Yeah.
That was a great sidebar. Thanks, guys.
that's it, sir. All right. So main questions, gentlemen. Format. What did we watch this on?
Scream Factory Blu-ray.
Screen Factory Blu-ray, regular DVD. Yeah.
I
Steve?
watched it on Scream Factory Blu-ray. Then I streamed it on Stars. And then I busted out my VCR and watched it on VHS, baby.
Nice.
Ew. Why? Aw.
Look, I wanted that old school feel. I don't care how
On the
fucking
grain, baby.
Yeah, I wanted that
cannot
grain.
go back to VHS.
I
man.
love it. I
Just
just
can't. I just can't do it.
it's not for everything, but like I said, I had already watched it in fucking beautiful fucking 4K or not 4K Blu-ray. So I had to. I had
What
to
about
watch the
VHS porn?
I don't have any VHS porn, but I would totally throw one in just to see what it was like.
That's how I watched
Yes.
most of my porn
Yeah,
back in the day. I watched so much
a lot of that shit, dude.
porn.
And they always came in the oversized cases that
Yes,
had
they
pictures
did.
of pictures that had nothing to do with actually that movie. It was just like, wait a minute, what?
This isn't backdoor number 3.
This makes
Backdoor
backdoor
Sluts
sluts
9.
8.
Was it 8 or 9?
This big backdoor sluts 9. This makes backdoor sluts 8 looks like backdoor sluts 7. And I watched this shit on Vudu because I have it on
Nice.
digital there. So, douche of the film. Douche of the film. I'm gonna say
Oh, I would-
Teddy, just because he's a little.
Teddy.
I would
He's an
say
asshole.
Teddy, but honorable mention to Trish for being a fucking moron at the end.
Well, she's just an idiot. Like if we had idiot of the film, I would definitely say her. But
We should throw that on
Ted-
too.
Teddy is a little bit of he's a
Ted was
little
very
pushy.
douchey to Jimbo.
He's
Yeah,
pushy.
he was.
Yeah,
he was also an asshole, and Jimbo got laid, and he didn't.
Yeah, that's what you get for being a douche.
Hey, who else has been on a bed that's broken and then continued? Attaboys.
No, I'm kidding. I actually haven't. I just want to be part of that.
How about a leaking waterbed?
I've
Never
done
been on a
one.
waterbed,
No.
but kept going.
Kept going.
Yeah.
I almost want to
Good
say
man.
I did, but
If not, now you have a goal. Favorite kill, gentlemen. There's a lot of good ones.
All right.
A lot of good ones.
Okay, there's 14 to choose from, but my favorite, my hands down favorite, is Jason's death.
that is a good one.
The slide down the fucking machete, like that for me is the best kill in this fucking movie.
Shit was pretty brutal.
For me, I got to go with Jimbo with the meat cleaver to the face because you see that and you just immediately cringe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
On top of the added like pain of corkscrew into the hand.
Which he
Mhm.
didn't even scream when it happened. He's just like,
He's in shock that it
and then
happened.
whack.
I don't think he had time. The pain didn't have enough time to register.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a tie between Axel and what's his name in the shower with the face push for me, dude.
Yeah, that
Because
was a
like
good one,
those
too.
two are fucking brutal as fuck. I might have to go shower just because like just you see how nasty his hand is, dude, and just blah.
If I had to say, I can't just pick one, so I have to, and I will be that person. It's
Go ahead, Bob.
shower. It's shower kill,
Word.
and I know we were busting balls on this kill, but the one where he says he's killing me, because you see Jason literally just going at him like it's never gonna end. I would
That's
say those
true.
two.
I wish it wasn't as dark in that scene though. Like I wish it was
Yeah.
a little bit lighter so you could see a little bit more.
Well,
but
I liked that you saw Rob's face and you see Jason's back of his head with the strap, so you obviously know who it is. I liked it like that because
And
we
he
know
was
who it is, but
He
we
was
just
just
want
fucking beating the shit out of him with that
Yeah,
hammer too.
It wasn't
it
no,
was.
it wasn't even a hammer. It was those garden fucking like a little garden hoe this big, and he was ripping into his body.
I always thought it was a hammer because
No,
when
it's
he throws Rob's body through the window, it has a hammer stuck in his head.
Yes, but the other hammer that he had was the one Trish gave him. He put that in his head, but the other one was a garden hoe going at his body. He used like 2 different things on him.
Say it looked like he was just hitting with fucking pretty much everything at that point. Okay. So that leads us to best scene. Best scene.
The chase. So in other words, from the time he chases Trish to the other house and back, so like the whole ending chase for sure. For me.
And that is, I do like that.
I'm trying to think, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to narrow it down too, because I mean, there's a lot of kills, and then the lead ups to the kills that were really good. So I'm gonna say the whole morgue scene with Axel being kind of creeperish, and then Jason just popping up out of nowhere. Yeah.
This is a toughie. I think one of my best scenes, and it was a smaller one, but it was when Doug is camping and he sees Jason like fucking around in his tent, and he goes and he sees like that Jason actually broke his gun, and he realizes like how fucked this situation kind of is. Like, I know it's a small scene, but I liked that because like that was just like he didn't attack him, but like Jason's playing that game of like setting up his defense essentially. So I'm gonna have to go with that. Steven?
I would probably agree with Chad Daddy and say that the scene in the morgue only, it's what sets off the whole catalyst for the rest of the film. We get Jason coming back as, I guess he's either dead or he's not dead. We don't really have a solid answer. So I would say, him coming back and showing that he's still, now even more of a monster than he was in the previous films.
All right. Okay, that leads us to opening scene. Hook you in? Yeah. Literally a continuation from 3. Perfect.
So, what would you consider the opening scene? The whole intro with the montage, or the?
I would say more so of like once you get like you actually see like the cops putting the bag in.
So like from after the credits roll and everything.
Yeah.
Then I was, and I even like the montage at the beginning.
Yeah, this montage didn't feel as like hampered as like the first 2 did because it wasn't the full like last 10 minutes that we literally just watched.
Right.
So
thanks, Scoobs.
Sweet. No problem.
Okay. Everybody got opening scene?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. All right. Most attractive character.
Judy Aronson for sure.
I feel like that's the easy answer. And it's hard to disagree with that, but I am going to disagree with that because I always liked Sarah.
Samantha's the one that swam out to the.
Yeah,
she was cute. I love her. She's the.
I liked Sarah. I don't know what it was.
She's like one skin tone away from being a sexy Latina. So
that see, I'm kind of with Steve's on that point.
Like, that's why.
Only one. She's the only one in the film that could pass as a Latina. So, and she's just, she's always stuck out to me.
Yeah.
She's got that fire. That's why, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's funny that you mentioned that because the reason she was in this movie, she was supposed to be in another movie before this, while this was filming, where she would have been playing a Latina character, but the producers were afraid that word get out that she was not Latina playing a Latina character, so there'd be a lot of backlash. So she didn't get that part, and she immediately took this part because it was the first thing that was offered to her after that.
James Cameron didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, clearly.
Dude, I had no idea she wasn't Latina until the last few years. Like, probably within the last past 10 years or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It took me a long time to realize that she was in Terminator 2 after the first, like, couple times I saw it. So, yeah, I can see that. All right. I'm going to have to agree with Steve. I think it's her for me.
But Rob gets
twins, man.
Rob gets a runner-up, though. He was pretty sexy.
He was a good-looking man. I will certainly say. Very good-looking man.
But there's a lot of good-looking women to pick from in this. I wasn't too big on the twins. I'd probably put them at the bottom of the list.
I would not.
I'd put it in their never mind. That would be a scuba sandwich.
I don't know. Something about them just didn't do it for me.
I'm fine
Double
with
the
it,
pleasure,
dude.
double the fun.
Yeah. I got two brunettes, dude. I think they're cute. I'm good. But all right. Did the score set the mood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
me.
Of
But
course.
again, we're looking at a 90% recycled score. We didn't hit. There was very few original cues in this movie, even
Which
less
is-
than part 3.
which is fine.
Yeah. Hey, man, if it works, it works, right? Don't fix
And-
it if it's broken.
So part 5 is the next one. That is like he did the full score. Like nothing was really rehashed, and I would say it's probably my favorite of his scores out of all of these.
Okay.
See, I mean, we're got a couple. I would say part 6 for me.
Part 5 is a lot better because part 5 he uses these great musical cues that kind of convey Tommy's mental illness, like his paranoia and his hallucinations. Like when you hear that, you hear the music going on, and it's when you hear the score isolated, it works so much better.
Word. That tangerine dude was.
Could
pretty
you
handsome.
imagine?
That's from that film.
Could you imagine if one of these fan films ever got Corey Feldman to come back as fucking Tommy Jarvis?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't
Corey
know.
Feldman now.
No.
He would do it. He's
Oh, he
Yeah,
would
he-
so
he
fucking do
would.
it. He would so fucking do it. That'd be
That is
horrible.
not.
That'd be
Tommy-
so cringe.
that's
okay,
not
but
the Tommy
okay, but we have
Jarvis.
to have a scene that's like Jimbo dancing in this, but it's him dancing from when he was on Howard Stern back in the 90s.
Oh,
You guys see that
wow.
video?
Yes, I have.
When he's doing that
fucking damn
fucking horrible rap.
That poor dude. That poor dude. Oh man. Best song.
We
We
only
will
got
get the
one
radio
song.
one, right?
Yeah.
Which wasn't even the actual original song, so fucking A. All right, we'll go with that one. Favorite character.
Jason.
Him, and then I would say Rob.
I was thinking Rob. Yeah, he just went out there to basically kill the person that killed his sister.
Yeah.
He was the most logical too.
And
Mhm.
then what happened? He's killing me. Ah.
I liked, you know what? I also liked him because even he was questioning the Jarvises of just like bringing him into their house. All willy
Yeah, he was.
just wanting to hang out.
Tommy was
I'm
way
sure-
too quick to fucking want to hang out with this
And
dude
then
that they
and then when
just
he's
picked up.
then when he's trying to leave and Trisha's like, we can come in the house and take a shower or whatever, and if we're not home, Tommy used the front door open, and he's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Like huge red flags. Like, what the fuck is like, clearly she needed some dick.
She wanted his dick.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
her and her mom were talking about. I couldn't remember which one. Who was saying who's horny?
Oh,
Was it
the
her
daughter
or
said.
mom?
No, the daughter said to the mom, "said I think you're horny."
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I would have taken the mom, dude. Fuck it.
Oh hell yeah!
Wasn't bad.
She's a little bleached around the eyes. I think she was a little hard in the sun, but you know that can be changed. Okay. So that leads us to, was it scary?
I would say
Yeah.
yes.
I'm gonna
It's
say
one of the-
yes.
This one,
It's-
yes, generally.
For
Out of all-
me, there are
Sure.
three top scary ones. This is one of them.
Okay, I can remember when this came out to theaters, and I would see the TV ads, and it scared me as a kid.
Nice. Hell yeah. Okay. Does it hold up today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would say absolutely. A lot better than 3 does with its sweet 3D effects.
Oh,
Yes.
huh.
Sorry, 3. I love
Look
you
at this
too. but-
eye.
Hey, I love 3, but still, man, that is just some gimmicky shit. Alrighty. Acting?
It was pretty good.
Not too bad.
Yeah. No. Everybody hit what they needed to.
There were some parts that were kind of with Tommy's sister, but other than that, everything was good.
And
I also would say I think there were still some scenes with Crispin that made me go.
yeah, but I
the
don't know if
scene-
that was just bad
That was
acting
just-
or if that's
that was
just
just
him being
Crispin being
fucking
Crispin, yeah.
weird.
The scene where he's talking to the other dude and they're right there by the stairs and he's like, "That's what I wanted to talk to you about."
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
kind of weird.
That
Like that,
was.
the acting in that was kind of like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Dead fuck. All right. Did we like the cinematography?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because the
Yes.
lighting in the basement when Rob was getting killed
It was pretty dark.
horrible. But there was another scene. There was another scene where Trish, I think it was either when she was running from the house or running down into where Rob was camped out, that was lit just beautifully. So I don't know why we had such a difference in the lighting there.
Just maybe they just wanted the dark basement, or who knows?
Might have
Maybe they
been.
just couldn't get it.
Maybe they just wanted to see, couldn't see Jason.
Right. Okay. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. I'm just gonna rewind this shit for days.
Rewind all the time.
Rewind it.
Yeah, no doubt. We don't need a remake because we kind of got a remake.
No, we did get a remake of 1, 2, 3, and 4 in one movie. Just saying.
Yep. Okay. All right, boys, let's rate this bitch. Brody, start us off with a 4.3. So Bob, go ahead.
4.5.
4.5 from Bob. Chad Daddy?
I'm gonna agree. 4.5 for me.
5. Scuba?
I'm giving it a 4.8.
Ooh.
8. I'll go with you boys with a 4.5.
Yeah, I was about 4.5.
4.5 to
Very nice.
Friday the 13th, Part 4 from 1984. The final chapter.
Very deserving.
Alrighty, next episode, Chad Daddy, what are we doing?
Next week, we're gonna go have a seat in the chair for Dr. Giggles.
Oh,
I've never seen this.
I love Dr. Giggles.
I also have never seen it.
We are popping our Dr.
Where
Giggles
can we
cherry.
watch it?
Oh, and it's on my
you can watch
birthday.
it.
Sweet.
You can watch it. I think it's on Prime and everything.
Dr. Giggles.
I just looked it up too.
Larry Drake. May you rest in
You
peace.
can rent it from anywhere: Vudu, Amazon, Apple, Google.
Meh. There's no 4K. Lame.
Well,
No, but there's a Blu-ray that Screen Factory just did.
All right.
I almost bought the Dentist 4K.
Do not waste your money. Such a stupid fucking movie.
All righty. So look for Dr. Giggles. Watch that shit. Get ready for next week. Gentlemen, nerd news. There was a lot of it.
Yeah, so you go for it.
So,
Star Wars.
let's say Scoobs.
With
I'll let
all
you
the
take it.
nerd news. So they released the next 9 films. That
Actually,
will be...
hold on. Let me stop you right there. They did not, that is not 9 films. They were just showing you the timeline. They only announced 3 films.
I thought those were films.
No,
No,
It just-
Oh, they're
it was
not?
showing-
He's
No.
right.
It was just showing the timeline. that
Are
they were
you
using.
sure?
Yes.
Because in the TikTok that I saw, they showed the directors and she said films.
Nothing I read said anything about there being 9 films.
No, and everything I read said there'll be 3 films, and if you look at that timeline they had, it's like this goes to this goes to this, and this goes to this. I would believe 3 films. 9 films, we're gonna be burnt out by film.
But
3.
okay, but if they weren't films, why were they all named different things when
A lot of that's already been laid out, like the High Republic. That's in the comics and the books right now. I don't know.
So is this just shit that they're incorporating that's from other stuff that they're bringing into the
for
Yeah,
right now?
Because like when Steve sent that picture, that's how I took it too. I'm like, oh wow, they're fucking coming out with 9 whole more movies. Like holy shit.
Because I took it as 3 of them would be
That
Old
it's like
Republic style, 3 would be tied into the shows like they
Lance.
said they were going to do, because they said that the shit that Filoni's doing is coming to the big screen.
But only as one movie. It's one movie that's going to wrap up everything that was laid forth in Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and Skeleton Crew.
What's Skeleton Crew? Is that out
That's
yet?
the one that's coming. No.
Okay. Interesting.
And then the new one.
Yeah. So the only ones that they confirmed was that one, then one that shows the very beginnings of the Jedi Order and the Discovery of the Force, and then the sequel to the sequels with Daisy Ridley set 15 years after Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, that one I did see that where she was reprising her role. So I was like,
Which
oh, cool.
I'm all for. There's so much hate right now on fucking Facebook, especially by this one guy that I don't even fucking know who he is or why I have him on my Facebook as a friend. And he's towards Daisy Ridley reprising her role as Rey. Because a lot of people hate the sequels, which is fine. Hey, that's cool. But
didn't think they were that bad.
He's going on, and it's literally like a post every day. I'm like, bro, you don't like shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sure I don't know if he's trolling or not, because like I said, I don't even know this guy, or why he's on my fucking Facebook. But I'm all for it. Like, I'm give me all the Star Wars. Like I said in my post, I want more Rey. I want Finn. I want to see Finn finally fucking be a goddamn Jedi like he was supposed to be. He needs retribution. Like that, like, give it to me. Give me a fucking Jar Jar series. I don't give a fuck. I'm probably not going to watch it, but at least it's there if I want to watch it.
I just want a fucking Lando series.
That'd be cool.
No, that I
John, John, you got to watch Solo.
Right now I'm doing Rogue One, so then Solo will be next after that. But I'm also, like I said, I'm trying to like watch some of the shows now and prep for all this new shit coming out too. So I'm like, okay.
Well, you have until August. You have until August to get through Clone Wars and Rebels. So, because that's when Ahsoka will come out. Just because you're gonna, dude, the trailer when the trailer came out for Ahsoka,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch all of Clone Wars. I might just jump to Rebels.
But my mind was just, I was so happy that we're finally getting these characters on screen in live action. Like, these. I mean, it's such a great show. It was such a great animated series, and actually getting these characters in live action now, I just hope that they do the previous show justice in this. But the way Rebels ended, I'm kind of like, okay, that's going to be hard to explain because Rebels ended on kind of a cliffhanger.
Okay.
So I don't want to ruin it for you.
Well, I know like the one big dude, they're bringing him in it too. I don't know what his name is. I can't remember. But
Thrawn.
Yeah, there you go.
See, Thrawn was Thrawn. Yeah,
no, not the big bad, not the big bad. The guy from Rebels, who like that bigger dude, like he's like the alien of the crew.
He's in Mando.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah, they showed him in Mando. Yeah.
I haven't gotten that. I'm still in the first season of that one too. So, well, that's good. I thought they were dropping 9 fucking movies. I was like, God damn, dude, that seems like a lot, but 3 doesn't seem so bad.
That seems much more tolerable.
If they're in different eras, if they're in different eras,
I want super old school, like pre-prequels.
Knights of the Republic. Give it to me. I need Revan live action, goddammit.
I feel like no matter what, if they made a movie with Revan, it just disappoint.
I don't know, man.
Knights of the Old Republic was just such a great story. I don't know.
But then you got to remember too. How would you, as the director, knowing that this awesome storyline in a video game let you choose, how would you end it? Would you end it with Revan being a good guy, or would you
I've always ended it with Revan being a good guy.
So have I. I could not. I played through it once and made him, a bad guy, and it just broke my heart.
So I'm not gonna lie, like the one game I did actually play, and I would love to see them bring to the thing would be Force Unleashed. I don't think they would ever do that.
I don't think they'd do it now.
But I mean, just as a one-off, dude, why not though?
Starkiller was a badass.
Yeah,
you didn't need to do Solo, did you? Like, but they did it. Right?
That's true.
Rogue One was a one-off. Like, why not? Like,
he's got a point.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool. You could that way you still have you have another reason to bring back Vader in a little bit, just in the beginning.
I mean, it'd be cool. I mean, I'd be all for it because Starkiller was actually one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
even was Soul Calibur 4, and he was fucking awesome.
Even go and give me fucking Shadows of the Empire. I've always wanted to see that on big screen with Dash Rendar, and I loved that.
I didn't like Shadows of the Empire. I read the book, and I thought the book just fell short. The game was fun, but I hated the book.
I like the book. I have it in my dresser.
What? Interesting. Hey man, I'm for it, dude. Like I said, I'm ingesting it all in right now. So
noob.
I don't give a shit, dude. At least I built one.
That's true. He's got there. Wow.
Damn.
Like I said.
Hold on. There you go.
I said, you're on the council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
That was right. that was
No.
right in the
You got
heart and right in
You
the
got to
nutsack.
follow it up properly.
Man,
You got to say this is outrageous.
So, just so you boys know, I think it is here in a couple of weeks. They are showing the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. It will be in theaters.
Yeah, I
oh,
saw that.
nice.
I like the poster they have for it.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the original trilogy in theaters, so and I know it's gonna be the fucking bullshit ass
Special
at
edition.
special edition, but I'm still gonna go watch it just because I've always wanted to see it in theaters. So
Hell yeah,
I've seen it
dude.
in theaters
Do that
twice,
too.
the original and the special edition, so I'm not gonna waste my time with it.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Well, gentlemen, is there anything else nerdy we want to discuss?
There's a few little bits here and there. Bobby, if you want to, go ahead and take it away.
I got a couple little things from Bloody Disgusting. So one movie that is getting a remake, Faces of Death, is already started filming this week. If people don't remember Faces of Death, that's the movie that showed like all those really graphic deaths that were either real or unreal.
I
Most of them
don't
are
see
fake.
how that's gonna
Most of them are
fucking
fake.
work.
I don't get it either.
I don't either. I really don't. Considering that the original was, still banned in 46 countries.
It
and
was-
still is like it's so.
I
off
remember
the wall.
Fake.
Yeah.
I remember watching it in a midnight movie theater. Like they had a midnight movie, and this was the midnight movie. And I remember going to the theater, and I was just freaked out because like, holy shit, I just saw people die in real life on screen. This is fucking and how is this gonna work in the fucking like? I don't know, man.
I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to work. But I mean, am I still going to check it out because of the original? Yeah, but I don't. It's not going to be what that was.
See, it's not on my radar. I'm not.
But I mean,
It's
I
not
just
for me.
saw it now. News that is not reported, but now we're a little over a week out from Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, buddy.
It's coming.
I'm excited.
And just in case anyone that missed Cocaine Bear in theaters, it hits
Yeah.
Peacock on Friday.
Dope.
I think it's
Fucking love
Peacock.
that movie so much. It's
Yeah,
fucking
I
great.
watched it.
I still have to watch it.
It's fucking great.
That's on my Friday morning. I'm watching that.
Good to
Also, on the sad note, Nightmare on Elm Street cinematographer Jacques, if I'm saying that right, Heidkin has passed away at 72.
Yeah.
He just
I saw
passed away.
I saw mixed post.
It was ALS and leukemia. Rest in peace. So,
Oh, damn.
it's unfortunate. Let's see what else is.
They just
coming
announced
in.
today that there is a Stranger Things animated series being made for Netflix.
Yes.
About Vecna, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's like the origin of Vecna or some shit.
And which I'm not sure how well that's going to work because we kind of got it touched on in the last season. So
Yeah.
All right.
it'll be interesting. I'll watch it.
Not too many other things here. I mean, they now have the Living with Chucky, the Screenbox documentary on Chucky, basically, the Chucky franchise and everything. So if you have Screenbox, go give that a check out.
I do.
And not really many
Did
other
I
things.
see Hasbro announce the Batman utility belt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks
yes.
fucking
So
titties.
here's my thing though. Is it going to be fluffy friendly?
Yes.
Like, so we could be
It could
like
go up
Silent Bob
to-
style and all
Yes.
it goes up to like
fly.
it goes to like a size 50-something inch waist.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
That was my first thought too. I'm like, is my fat ass gonna fit that?
Can I be fluffy Batman? All right. Hell
Oh.
yeah, dude.
One more bit of bad news, because I know we mentioned Jaws a little bit today. The Oscar-nominated cinematographer of the 1975 hit Bill Butler has also passed away on Wednesday at the age of 101 years old. He
Damn.
would have
damn.
been 102 that Friday.
Damn.
So,
But dude,
Just
this
give
dude
it to
made
him.
for a good well.
We'll just give it to
Yeah.
him. He was close. We'll just give it to him. He was 102.
but he did a lot of movies. He was Return of Count Yorga, Deathmaster, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Bates Motel, Stripes. He's had a long career.
Nice.
He had a long and very fruitful career. So rest in
A
peace.
very long life, 102. Good God.
That too.
An age I'll never see.
Right? If I make it past 80, I'm doing good.
Same.
I know American Horror Story season 12 got announced, so if anybody's still rocking with that shit,
I haven't seen American Horror Story since the camp one.
I didn't even watch those, dude. The last one I watched was like Freaks or Freak Show or whatever.
I've watched like one episode, and it was the first episode of Roanoke, and I thought this is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen.
Roanoke was trash. That episode sucked ass.
I still love the first season, dude. Like the first season.
Season was great.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Was there anything else?
I have nothing else.
I got nothing.
Nothing else at the moment.
So yeah, lots of Star Wars shit coming your way.
Oh, I got nerd news real quick. It's kind of personal nerd news, but I make my in-ring wrestling debut this Saturday at an event. So,
what's your handle?
My name is Lord Draven.
Oh, okay, nice.
So my character essentially is like, kind of like me, but kind of not. He's like into the occult, and he can he has like basically split personality. So there'll be me talking shit like me, but when I show up to the ring to kick ass, I have this like fucking like all black, and then I have a skeleton mask persona that does my bidding for me, but nobody knows that it's me under the mask doing the bidding for myself. So I get to interfere in another championship match and actually get in ring and pull off some fucking moves in the ring. So I'm super excited for that. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just adding more notches to the weird shit that future generations of Lord Vasquez are going to be like, what the fuck was this dude into? Like, what the fuck? I want my grandkids to be like, dude, grandpa was out of his fucking mind.
What you got to do is you have to do so much weird shit that your descendants are going to be like, did this really happen or did it not?
Yeah. I want them to question, but they're going to be like, no, look, here's this fucking video from, 50 years ago of him doing this weird shit.
But then you have to do the one really off the wall thing that it says like you loved My Little Pony so much and they try to find your collection.
Care Bears were my thing, man. Care Bears.
Yeah, but they'll search for it. It's the interesting factor.
Okay, yes, that's right. Bill Skarsgård will also reportedly return as Pennywise in Welcome to Derry for HBO.
Because I was very iffy. If he didn't return as Pennywise, I didn't know if I was going to watch it or not.
I didn't realize they announced that he was coming back.
Yeah.
Last I saw, he wasn't.
And the other thing HBO announced, which I think is weird, is they're rebooting the Harry Potter movies, but as a show. So each season will be a book.
I am iffy about that as well.
I think it's dumb because I think like you already have the movies, and B, do a different time period. Do what fucking Hogwarts Legacy's done. Choose a different time period.
Well,
give us that, dude.
I wanted the Cursed Child brought onto the big screen.
I thought they are still doing that.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything on it. I have not.
See, to me, the Cursed Child isn't canon. It's fan fiction because she didn't write it.
Still good.
It's so fan fiction that Harry Potter, even like as a nerd, named his kids like a nerd would name his kids.
Yeah,
but he did actually do that.
No, I know, but still, like, come on.
I love the Fantastic Beasts movies. I love those, and then
I couldn't get even past the first one. Honestly,
I don't know. The first one was pretty boring, so I hope they picked up after that one.
I don't know. I don't see the need to reboot.
Oh, there's a need for money. It's money. That's all. That's
the
only reason they're fucking doing it.
People are not. I just don't see it succeeding because people are.
I just don't want them to make it like super woke, and I don't need a race swap on characters. Like I don't, and that's I guarantee you, that's what they're going to do.
That's why I'm saying
they're going to make
go a whole different fucking time era.
They're going to make Harry Mexican. They're going to make Hermione black, and they're going to make Ron gay. Guarantee it.
Well, then how does Hermione?
I don't fucking know.
Don't ask.
I'm just saying.
Ask.
No, I'm just saying.
Because by the last book, Hermione will be transgender.
Oh, shut the no.
Yeah.
No.
Trans, whatever the fuck. I don't have a word.
Wingardium live a fuck.
Either way, I'm really
calling it right now. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail because the movies are too fresh. They're too popular.
Yeah, dude. Like the movies, and they're not like. It's not like
they're on constantly.
Yeah,
they were just on today.
Yeah, they're fun movies.
It's not like it's a Spider-Man where you're just rebooting Spider-Man to keep him young. You know what I mean? Like Harry Potter, like he grew older. That was the whole idea of it. So it's like, now are you going to find some other kid that you're just going to be like, well, you are the new Daniel Radcliffe for the next 7 fucking years.
Well, here's the thing. How is that going to work, though? Because there was such an age difference within the books and watching them on screen, watching the movies on screen. If you get a kid that is super young, you're going to have to change the actor by the 3rd fucking season.
Yeah.
Unless they, I mean, I don't know, man.
The only way it could work is if they film it all consecutively. But those poor kids are going to be acting nonstop for 7 years.
That's how, and that's, I mean, exactly. You'd be the new Harry Potter kids literally all over again. And I'm with Chad Daddy, man. I just don't see it working.
No.
Like, I'm not trying to be negative on it. I just don't think it's A, needed, and B, like I said, dude, Wizarding World has such a crazy, anybody that's played Legacy of Hogwarts, dude, the fucking story and the lore is rich as fuck, dude. You could do anything and everything with that. You don't need to do the specific Harry Potter years anymore. Like, I don't know. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
If they're smart, what they want to do is go back in time and show the Marauders. You know, show James and Remus and all of them when they were kids.
Yeah.
I want to see like or anything, dude. It doesn't have to be, why does it have to be Hogwarts? There's all these other fucking like schools and shit, dude. Let's go to a fucking different school and fucking do some crazy adventure there, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Dude, show the American version of Hogwarts and show them fighting American cryptids.
Oh, Jesus.
That would be fucking cool.
Like and the pure nightmare fuel that is American cryptids.
Speaking of American cryptids, so South American cryptid, Chupacabra, got a movie on Netflix.
What?
Yeah, so it's a kid's film, and it's simply called, okay, so Chupacabra is literally translated to goat sucker. That's okay. So you assume that the people that wrote this movie knew a little Spanish, okay?
Okay.
They just named the movie Chupa, which means suck.
Awesome.
So I haven't watched it yet, but if you want to watch Suck on Netflix, it's on there.
Maybe I do.
And they made the Chupacabra all like he looks like a giant fluffy cat with wings and made him all nice looking.
What?
Caca.
No.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Alrighty, boys. Anything else, or should we?
I think we're good. We're at 2 hours.
I think we're 2 hours in, and right now I'm prairie dogging it. All right.
Oh shit! All right. Well, we got to help Bob and Chad Daddy out. Bob, start us off. We're gonna sign this shit out.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Moan, saying join us next week for Dr. Giggles.
This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, we'll see you next week, bitches.
This is your host with the ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scoopacabra, saying join me this Thursday on an episode of Somewhat Supernatural as I discuss the 7th Realm House in Victoria, Texas, where I will be investigating the following night.
Nice. And I am your Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying adios, Gorehounds. Thank you for joining us for another fantastic episode. And remember to stay fresh, cheese bags.
Chupa my dick.
Chupa these nuts.